Hey guys, Renault here. Welcome back to the F2 UniONE career for round 4 at the British Grand Prix, but using a much shortened layout of the Silverstone circuit. So it's going to be a very fast-paced race. Honestly, this race qualifying is obviously crucial as ever, as De Vries takes the pole with Giotto in second, Aiken, Boccolacci in third. So a good showing there from Campos. Looking out the second row. This track, there's only really one overtaking opportunity. That's down the back straight as you come here. Basically it's the first and third sectors of the lap is what this track is, really. So, and down this straight here, this is going to be the only place really where any overtaking can happen. And then we have a good qualifying here from Tatiana Caldron starting inside the points places for the first time from P7. So could she be on for her first points of the season? Another Robert Schwartzman, way down the order. Especially since he got a podium last time out at Austria, so he's got a lot of work to do. The reigning F3 champion must get anything from this race. But for this race, we're going to be following on board with Nicholas Latifi, who honestly has really underperformed so far in this season. In P9 qualifying, I mean, I think that's his best qualifying so far, but it's still nowhere near where it needs to be if he wants to be a championship contender. We've got Latifi here in Trident Sandwich, but coming to the far lights for the start of the British Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go. And it looks like a pretty okay start from everyone, really. The Giotto's coming over, actually now it's going like a good one here, and going to challenge De Vries there into turn 1. They're going to go side by side between those two. The inside line here for Giotto, actually meant to be the move stick. Giotto takes the lead on the British Grand Prix at the first corner. Everyone else is going side by side, so Latifi just manages to force out there Tatiana Caldron, who actually started in front of him. There's a car off there at the back, one of the MP cars. Can't quite see which one that is, but thankfully, though, at least for them, they can actually get going again in this race, so not all lost for them. But still, it's Giotto leading the way now from Nick De Vries, and this going down this straight here. The only overtaking opportunity, of course, won't have DRS in the next few laps either. So, they are pure switching since all these cars are exactly the same. So, it is about, honestly, it is all about the driver really in Formula 2, as it should be with all equal cars. Yeah, we actually got Boccolacci. He's managed to overtake his teammate Jack Aiken now. So, a good start from the Frenchman. So, carrying off the momentum is from the last race, where he managed to have a very good result and get his first points of the season then as well. And as a whole, that's a massive start there from Latifi. I don't know if he got hit there from Caldron, but the rear of the car there I think wanted to be in front, and the car became a forklift with rear wheel steering there for a second. It's Latifi in 7th with his teammate Seta Camera in front in P6, so it's a damn 6-7, and not really where Dams want to be, especially since they're leading the Teams Championship, I think so anyway, either them or ART. And we go through the first sector, which is no real surprise, since every car will be getting pedaled through the first sector, especially the one that span out to start with, because they're definitely going to be going a lot faster if they actually manage to get through that first sector this time. So up front there you got Seta Camera, looking very interested on the back then of the car in front of him, which I think is the car in there of Louis Delatraz, who we haven't really seen all too much of so far this season, so Delatraz is finally getting back on track as well. Like into the third sector, and this lap is so short. I mean, the first lap was just over a minute. It's going to be about, what, 50, I'm going to say about 56, 55 second laps, something like that. So it very is, just, only a 15 lap race as well. There you go, 55 second lap there from Luca Giotto, so it's going to be a very, very quick fire race this is. Then on to lap 3, and DRS is now enabled, so that should aid Seta Camera's efforts in trying to get past the Carlin car in front of him. And it's going to go Delatraz that goes defensive from Seta Camera, and a bit of a locker there as well, so freeing the pressure there from the Brazilian. They literally just stuck to the back of that Carlin car like glue. And although the cars are all equal, honestly, it's Seta Camera, Giotto and De Vries, the informed drivers going for the championship. So far it appears in the season anyway. And with the DRS also, Delatraz also has DRS, though he's just close enough, well, I would say just not close enough to make a move, but Delatraz just keeping himself within the DRS range there of the two orange Campos cars up in front, who are in 4th and 3rd places currently, so they're still hiding down the second row from where they started. And for Campos, that is a great job. I mean, Campos aren't usually a team you're supposed to be fighting with from, although they have got two very good drivers in Jack Aiken and Boccolacci. Now he's managed to sort of like wake up with this car. And he also got Tatiana Caldron behind. Still, I mean, she's falling back a little bit from the cars in front, which, I mean, since is only the top cars up in front, isn't all too bad really. And she has, honestly, like a few drivers, has struggled to get to grips with this car, though it was the same as last season. This is still her first season in Formula 2, and if she can get her first points in this race, that'll be a great result for her. I mean, honestly, she might benefit from the lack of overtaking opportunities here on this circuit. And once again, it's set to come now with the DRS on the back of Louis Delatraz. I don't know if Delatraz is still within DRS with the Campos car. Actually, no, he's not good to this time. He's set to come to the inside line of Louis Delatraz, going out into the corner. He's got the inside line, with Delatraz going to try and hold it here around the outside line. That's going to be a great bit of ball, but he just can't do that, especially I mean, maybe in the F1 cars you can actually pull off that move, but with the lesser aero here on this Formula 2 car, there's no way you're going to be able to pull something like that. And you've got the two Camposes going side by side up in front. That's going to cost both at the same time, and Latifi's wandering all over the track once again. Something about that safe, that's going to just not seem to be working in the setup of the Canadian Dams car. So we've got Dead still all over the back then of Seti Camera, because it's being such a short lap. You get overtaken once, and it shouldn't really be too difficult to stick with the car that you were fighting. And a bit of luck actually then from Seti Camera, so he's feeling the pressure this time now of the from the Carlin car of Delatraz. And this is all this fighting for the two Campos is to allow Seti Camera and Delatraz and us and the TV as well to catch up onto the back of them. So there could be quite a fight coming up for the final place on the podium pretty soon. And then Delatraz with the DRS on the back of Seti Camera. That's going to go up side by side of the inside line. Actually, the yellow flag there, so surely he can't complete this pass. Although he's actually going to try and go for it. Maybe he's in front before the yellow flags came out. I'm not quite sure though. And actually, we've got Kelly going very slowly there on the inside line. The car pulling off the side, so someone is out of the race. We have a look. Oh, it's Nick de Vries! The championship leader, Nick de Vries, is out of the Grand Prix. And Latifi once again is finding his own line through the corner. But the championship leader, Nick de Vries, out of the race. That's going to be Luca Giotto, Seti Camera. Actually, this could be the big break for them too as well. But of course, Nicholas Latifi's had a horrific start to the season. If he can get a few places up, he could be about to gain 20 points on his main championship rival. 20 points in a 10-race championship. That is absolutely crucial. I mean, he didn't get the 4 points before, so once again, De Vries takes something from this race. There's some consolation. But retiring from second place, maybe, honestly, I think he may have got the lead at some point from Giotto. Those two were just, honestly, just storming a path up in front. Now they're going to be boxed in this lap though, so already on the last 6 of the race, this race is going by so quickly as well. We're already nearly halfway through this Grand Prix and going into pit on another. That's how of course Seti Camera comes into the pits, which he doesn't, so it's going to be Latifi now coming in for a stops in the money. It's a very slow pit lane here. He needs to slow down to 37 miles an hour, which he does just about. He gets out in time because you want to always attack the pit lane. You never want to leave any time on the table whatsoever, because that's just free time you're giving away. And yeah, that's something you never want to do. And you've got about half the grid coming in for their stops, and how close the grid is because it's been such a short lap. Your pit box here could prove critical to where you actually come out, and the down one's actually a bit further on the pit lane for this time, so that might be okay actually. You guess they held it there for a few cars. I think those were the cars that are already in front of me or are actually yet to pit, so could be okay there for the Canadian. And it looks like he's rejoined about where he was anyway. I mean, he's come out behind Delatraz, which he was behind him anyway. And then we've still got Calgin behind him, so I think he's rejoined where he was. And then you've got one of the Campos cars which is coming there. Well, honestly, it's possible to go a lap down. I mean, it's a good job no one started there on the alternate strategy, going on the hard tyres to start with, because they could have actually ended up a lap in front, because how slow the pit lane is. You see, Seti Camera's in the pit lane now. That's crossing the pit lane entry, so if you have a bad pit stop, you could actually end up getting lapped. And well, if you get a lap, then you're rated basically. It's a good job the safety car doesn't come out right now. That would really hamper everyone else who's already made their stops. We're currently actually in P12 still, so no matter what happens, we're still in the points here, so things definitely look to be on the up here then for Latifi. Finally getting to grips, well, finally actually doing something relevant in this championship, being outshone quite convincingly by his teammate Seti Camera, when honestly you would think that Latifi, going off Rockies anyway, would be one of the informed drivers, although the drivers have been in Formula 2 for a bit longer, should have a better knowledge of these tyres over the rookies. There you got all the cars there in the pit lane now coming out. It should be pretty much even to where they were before, but we had a one-lap undercut for everyone else who pitted first. They're coming out through now. He's going to move over the inside line. Actually gets ahead there of Luca Giotto, the world race leader, goes for a dive back up the inside line here of Nicholas Latifi. There's going to be side by side between the Italian and the Canadian, and Giotto just manages to hold it around there. But Giotto was in the lead of the Grand Prix, and now he's found himself just in front of both of the Dams cars, and actually Seti Camera's also been undercut by his teammate Latifi, so I don't know why Dams decided to pit Latifi first. Maybe they thought that the undercut wouldn't be too powerful given how short this track is. And we've got Sato there right up behind the back of Seti Camera as well. There you go, first lap. He's now down into 4th place, the worst race leader. He's now down to here. He had a horrific pit. I mean, again, it depends where your pit box is, which one you've got. And if you've got one closer up, then you're going to get held up by the other car coming in. If you've got one further down, then there's no one else to block you, really. So, in a way, although it is kind of like random which pit lane box you end up actually having. But no, they've actually got a very close top 5. We've got a very close top 10, really. You've got a bit of a group here, the top 5, then Seti Camera downwards. Looks like the rest of the midfield all stuck up there behind the Brazilian, so it doesn't look like he's really enjoying these hard tyres as much as he was the soft that we started on. Now in the DRS train, got Giotto though on the back of the car in for P3, which is actually, I think, he's had Louis Delatraz again. His Delatraz managed to finesse his way into a podium position. I mean, it must be, because he came out ahead of Latifi, so Louis Delatraz, the Swiss driver, somehow managed to get himself onto the podium places. Now looking at the onboard here with the race leader from their nose cone, it's an orange nose, which only means one thing, that it's the Campos leading the Grand Prix, and it's the Campos of Jack Aitken in front of the home crowd as well. And he's got his teammate Boccalacci in P2, so Campos 1-2. And has that even ever happened before? I have no idea if Campos ever had a 1-2 in Formula 2. Well, they've not, at least for a long time, if they ever have. Now it's Delatraz in P3, ahead then of Luca Giotto here in 4th, who's right up behind the back of him. And surely it's not going to be too long until he manages to at least attempt to make an overtake on the Swiss driver. And they've both got Nicholas Latifi right at the back of them as well. Now getting in the DRS, and no DRS to Jones, as Side with Giotto making his way up the inside line here into the corner. He can try and make it side by side. Once again it's Delatraz going to try to hold it around the outside line. He's trying to get squeezed out by nose low for last time. Managed to keep flanking. It's a bit braver now. He's side by side still with the Italian now into the final few corners. Side by side into this is going to be allowing the two Camposes to pull away a little bit. Also they're going to be allowing Nicholas Latifi to get very interested in the back of these two as well. Now then, round the final corner, side by side to two of them, and Delatraz gets squeezed out there by Luca Giotto, who's going to lose a lot of momentum. Now here comes Latifi with a load of speed, up the inside line now, into turn 1, side by side to them, he's going to be almost conked out once again. Delatraz just gets forced out, again really, and there's two places in two corners. That's not worked out well there at all for the switch over. I mean, these two drivers are all very experienced now in Formula 2, they've all been here for long enough, honestly. They all drove these cars last year, so they've all got to grips with these cars. And now there's going to be no DRS now for Luca Giotto, who's going to leave now a sitting duck possibly for Nicholas Latifi. He's got the DRS, he's gaining on the back of the Italian, coming into the corner. He thinks about making a move. Salami's not quite close enough there to make a move stick. And this is actually a final for a podium position. This is absolutely critical for these. I mean, Giotto is going to be fuming that he's not leading the race, and somehow it's managed to be jumped by both of the Campos cars. I mean, the ones he stopped first, you can kind of see. So you can kind of see it with Aitken, I think it was, who stopped first, because he would have got the undercut, wouldn't really be much of an undercut on how short the track was, but it was an undercut nonetheless. But I don't know how Boccalacci managed to get through. It must be just with the look of the draw from the pit boxes. That's the only reason I can think of to how we'd actually get in front. Now into the corner. Although we are actually gaining though. We've got a bit of the three cars here of Giotto, Latifi and then Delatraz. We're actually gaining that on the back of Boccalacci. So the Frenchman's P2 is definitely under threat now with 2.5 laps of the race remaining. He's definitely not enjoying these tyres as much as he was the tyres we started on, especially since I don't think it's the ones he qualified. I think your qualifying tyres are separate to the ones you actually starting the race on, because I think you can start on whatever tyre you want really, or which of the two compounds it is. But Giotto looking very interested behind the back here of that Campos car. So I mean, they've been running 1-2, but I highly doubt that unless there's some super defensive driving, the Boccalacci's got to hold on to that second place much longer. As we actually put a fast lap of the race to Latifi, so there's definitely pace here in these hard tyres. And tyre wear isn't really all too much of a factor, especially not been around this track with how short the lap is. Although it's all fast corners now, so in the middle of tyre wear, there's a lock up there then from Boccalacci, so the Frenchman definitely now feeling the presence and the pressure from Luca Giotto. Is all over the back there of the Campos, like a rash really. He's got so much more speed. It looked at his tyre wear, it's not really a factor, but still, with a few tyres in better nick, that's always going to help you. And now we've got the DRS, he's going to try to use now, pull to the inside line. Off Boccalacci now into the corner. Can Boccalacci keep it around the outside line? Do what Delatraz did a few laps ago, trying to hold around the outside line, but no, you can keep it in. Just he gets the room there. Going on now in the second last corner, he's going to get squeeze on. Squeeze Giotto down to the grass. Very aggressive driving there from Boccalacci. Now Gate doesn't want to give up the podium, but that is a bit too far over the line. That's all I have to say there from Boccalacci, who I think just backs out of the corner. Honestly, there's no way how he gets on the outside line, just lose a load of time like Delatraz did earlier on. All this now, surely with 2 laps to go, surely that's almost guaranteed Aitken the win unless his car just blows up on the final lap. And Boccalacci going so slow now, he's really not enjoying these hard compounded tyres. Honestly, I think we could have. Is there a set of mediums? I don't know. We got the super soft and the hard. Is there a medium compound tyre? Have we actually used that yet? I can't really remember if we have or not. No, we've got DRS, but still Boccalacci still has the DRS. He's actually pulling away so I think Boccalacci going for a bit more of a low drag challenge speed setup to just try and defend down this one straight, but since most of this lap is pretty much all corners, I don't really think that's doing too good for him. His tyre, he's definitely much slower through the corners than what Giotto is. and also slower than what Latifi is, and Deletraz behind because they've not managed to drop the Swiss drivers. So looks like Boccolacci said he may have worked in qualifying, he may have worked on the soft tyres because the grip of the tyre kind of like counteracts the lack of downforce on the car. But it's definitely not working out on this harder compounded tyres. We're going now to the final lap now then of the Grand Prix. This is the fight still. It's a three-way fight here to get on the podium. Going now through turn 2. Boccolacci brake chase Latifi's contact from between the Frenchmen. And there's a bit of a lock on there as well. So has he got a puncture? Has he got possibly a slow puncture there for Boccolacci? I mean, he's still going incredibly slow. Look at that now. He's still got Latifi all the way back in once again. The things about the line, there's nothing now that you can do. And then off the corner can get a good run here. Boccolacci's going to need it because Boccolacci's car is faster in a straight line. And he's got the DRS open. Now he's going to pull side by side. He pulls side by side now with Boccolacci going down into the corner. He's going to give him a little bit of a squeeze over there, then moves into the braking zone, doesn't want to get taken out into the corner. So showing his displeasure there with Boccolacci's driving, but still keeps them both in the race. And now Latifi is into the podium places. But now then, through the final few corners now, you've got Jack Aitken still leading the Grand Prix. And now then, coming now around the final corner, up to the line, Jack Aitken wins the British Grand Prix in front of the home crowd. And look at that, that's such a close top 5. I mean, Deletraz almost managed to get past Boccolacci, but just couldn't quite manage it. But Jack Aitken can pass winners in Formula 2. And actually, that's the first different winner other than Sete Camara or Nick De Vries. So finally we're getting a little bit of variety in this championship. But Jack Aitken there, brilliant drive there from the Anglo-Korean. I mean, he's the English-Korean driver. And the Campos team there seem very, very satisfied there with that result. And honestly, why wouldn't they? I mean, the home race always gives you a bit of extra momentum and just to go for it. And Jack Aitken that's what he did. He went for it there. And a win there for a Renault Academy driver as well. So that's going to do him some good, possibly, maybe even to I mean, he's currently the Renault development driver. So maybe if he can get his actually going, maybe get himself in the championship fight, then you never know. If he wins the championship, could find himself partnering one of the Renault drivers in Formula 1 come 2020. We spoke there, Luca Giotto with the Champagne and Latifi in P3, so 2 of the main championship contenders, actually 3 championship contenders really, all definitely getting there from the demise of Nick De Vries in this race. Taking a look at the results, now the driver that scored the points from this race, and Jack Aitken takes the win. Just under a second and a half clear from Luca Giotto in P2, takes fastest lap, so he gets 17 points instead of 15. And it's Nicholas Latifi running off the podium in 3rd. Boccolacci finishes where he started in P4, just holding off the Carlin of Deletraz. And started with a great race, gets up into 6th place for Sauber. With Sete Camara down in 7th, so the Brazilian not capitalising there from the retirement of De Vries in this race. And Tatiana Caldron finishes in 8th place to get her first points in Formula 2. Ahead then of the 2 tridents of Ralph Boschung and Giuliano Alesi, with Nikita Mazepin running in 11th place, running off the only points for ART, 2 points to Artem Markelov, a fellow Russian, running off the point scorers for Arden in 12th. Despite his non-finish, Nick De Vries still leads the championship because he got those 4 crucial points for pole. He's got a 2-point lead over Sete Camara, who would finish, if he finished where he started, would have took the lead with winning 2 races compared to Nick De Vries' 1 win, with Giotto closing right up now in P3 and 11 points off. And Jack Aitken with that victory gets himself also into title contention in 4th place, 22 points off the lead. And there's a bit of a gap then to Latifi in P5, but he's finally getting there. He's 1 point clear then of Robert Schwartzman, who drops down into 6th place. Deletraz gets up into 7th place on 21 points, 2 points clear then of Nikita Mazepin, who's joined on points with Artem Markelov in 9th. Boccolacci with another good result gets himself now into the top 10 with 14 points, 2 points clear of Luki Tsunoda in 11th, and Jordan King in 12th for MP with 11 points. Sato with his good result also gets himself up into 13th place on 11 points, 4 points clear then of Guan Yu Zhu, who drops down into 14th. Joint on points with Ralph Boschung. Giuliano Alesi stays where he is in 16th place, 1 point behind his Trident teammate, with Sean Gleo down into 17th place in the Prema. Joint on points now with Tatiana Caldron, but Gleo got his finish in 8th place first, so that's why he's in front, leaving only Rangunathan and Callum Ilott as the 2 drivers yet to score. Finally now moving on to the team standings, and it's now down to now take the lead of the team's championship 8 points clear then of ART. And there's quite the gap down to UniVirtuosi in P3 with 27 points. And they're now only 4 points clear of Campos after their really strong result this weekend. Then 20 points further back is Carlin in P5. It's Prema down into 6th place. 5 points clear now then of Arden. Trying and get them out into P8 with 13 points, 2 points clear of MP and the Sauber Junior team, who remain at the bottom with 11 points in 10th. So remember to leave a like if you enjoyed this race, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're new and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Remember to give me a follow on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, they'll be linked in the description down below. Thanks for watching, I'll see you all next time.